Hi guys, I'm Ray Newland here from Just for Keepers. I'd like to thank you for buying our DVD here today. Hopefully you'll get some good tips and techniques to pass on to your students or even your child. Before you watch, I'd just like to clearly obviously explain that the DVD is to help grassroots coaches and the parents. My philosophy around the coaching when I'm in this type of environment is to keep all the goalkeepers moving, guys, okay? Yeah, so because you've got to remember, you know, goalkeepers playing goal because obviously they want to dive about, and I think, as I say, being a goalkeeper as a youngster myself, the biggest frustration is when you obviously just want to train and the coach is stopping it every 5 minutes, and you know he's coaching for 4 minutes and talking for 10 minutes. As a goalkeeper, it's, as I say, frustrating, and you know you don't really learn much. So as I say, you know, what I like to do is keep all my students moving, and obviously, you know, try and make them have as much fun as possible. As I say, guys, thank you very much for buying the DVD. If you're looking for more products or information from Just for Keepers, or you need any questions answered because you don't understand something on a DVD, just look at the instructions on the screen and it will show you how to get in contact with Just for Keepers. So this is Ray Newland wishing you the very best of goalkeeping, guys. Good morning, guys. Today we're going to be working on goal kicks. One of the biggest mistakes goalkeepers make when they're taking a goal kick off the floor, okay, is they try and smash the leather off the ball. Okay, you don't have to do that. So as a coach, okay, if you can make sure that we, you know, work with what we're going to be working with Paul today, who's going to be helping us put this technique and session together. Okay, just try and focus on having a good contact on the ball. But especially nowadays, balls are designed to be pinged. Okay, so there's no need to be really trying to blast the leather off the footballs. Okay, so also as well, the massive mistake keepers make, and this is what we're going to be working with Paul today, is the last step. Okay, so what I'm going to be working on, Paul, for the majority of this video is just his last step. Okay, now it doesn't mean in a game situation, okay, that you do this exact technique, okay, because it doesn't matter if you have a 2, 4 or even 10-yard run up. It's the last step that's important, and if it's too small, you're not going to get any leverage to get height. If your step's too wide, obviously, you know, you're not going to be able to have the balance to have the correct kick. So I'm going to be working on Paul's last step today, okay? And as I say, I'm going to be breaking down a lot of the techniques, okay? Because when you break down a goal kick, there's probably about 12 little micro techniques you've got to get right, to get a proper goal kick, okay? So I'm going to go with Paul now, okay? Ready, Paul? So what we're going to do, Paul, just nice and easy, okay, is you're going to put in a second, you're going to put the ball down, and you're just going to I'm just going to be on the edge of the 18-yard box, okay? So he's not going to worry about distance to start off with, okay? All Paul's going to be worrying about is just getting a good contact into my hands, okay? So all I need to focus on, Paul, the first thing is you've got to make sure that you be picky where you put the ball. A lot of keepers just throw the ball down anywhere. Now that goes into a divot, you're not going to get your foot under the ball. So the first thing Paul's going to be doing, okay, just nice and easy, is being very picky where he puts the ball. Okay, I want him to face where he wants to kick it. It's going to be just one big step back, one big massive side step to the left. If you're a right footer, if you're a left footer, obviously you go to the right. Okay, so obviously me and Paul are right footers, yeah. So I'm going to side step to the left. And what this does, okay, so it's basically like a big back to front L. Okay, you're doing on the floor. and then if you stay within that L, you've got a greater chance of getting a good contact, yeah? So I say, so Paul's going to come here, okay? So I just want to focus on a step, being picky where he puts the ball, one technique, taking a step back, step to the side, two techniques. Then I want him to focus on kicking under the ball and in the middle, okay? 3 and 4 techniques, okay? So you can see how complicated this can be. And number 5, he's going to be hitting it with his laces, okay? That's all I want to focus on, number 5, with his laces, okay? That's all we're going to be doing to start off with. And again, he's not going for distance. All I'm interested in is Paul getting a good balance and a good contact on the ball, okay? Paul, so that's it, just take your time, ball on the floor. Okay, step straight back. Okay, now just go behind the ball for me, please, Paul. Okay, face me, right behind the ball, take a step straight back. Okay, and a side step to the left. Just stop there for a minute, matey. Now the reason why I want Paul to do that, guys, okay, I wanted him to go straight back, because if you noticed, he maybe went to the side. What a lot of keepers do that. The problem is when they go to the side at the last second, they're trying to turn around and kick the ball. That's in the end, the ball ends up shooting over that way somewhere. If you can, as I say, if you're straight at the ball, okay, yeah, straight behind the ball, okay, you can come, contact, you can get the whole body weight through the ball, okay, yeah. So again, as a coach, you've got to make sure that you're fine-tuning your goalkeeper all the time. So all I want you to do, Paul, so straight back, big one to the left, that's it, just nice and relaxed, and underneath, with your laces in the middle, off we go, just into my hands. Good kick, yep, okay, make me work, I like that. Okay, just get yourself another fussy. Same again. So the ball down. Step straight back. See? To the left. Nice and relaxed. Good lad. See how far it's going, and he's not putting anything behind that. So okay, so obviously, again, I'm going to go with Paul again. Again, as I say, there wasn't much height on the last couple. Okay, again, what I want you to do now, Paul, okay, is just really focus, okay, on making sure that you get under the ball, okay, which we spoke about, under the ball, okay, making contact in the middle of the ball and underneath. But this time, Paul, I want you to make sure that you're leaning back, okay, because a lot of keepers, what Paul just did there, put his head over the ball and you won't get height, okay, so you make sure, he's obviously took a step back to the side, he's kicking under the ball, okay, in the middle of the ball with his laces. But this time, Paul, what you to do now, mate, is just make sure we lean back, okay, yeah? Okay, just nice and relaxed again. Big step back, to the left, just nice and relaxed, just contact. There you go, brilliant. And one more for me. Okay, see the difference, Paul, yeah? Good lad, that's it. Remember, balls are designed to be pinged now. Step straight back, to the left, be nice and relaxed, off we go. Contact, brilliant, okay, fantastic, yeah. Okay, the techniques we worked on so far, okay, is being picky where you put the ball, taking a step back, a step to the side, okay, now making contact with the ball underneath and in the middle, hitting it with your laces, making sure that you lean back as well, okay, to get that height, okay. So we're going to work on a few more now, okay. So this time, okay, yes, Paul, when we do the kick again, you just got to keep making sure that you keep reminding your goalkeepers the techniques that we've worked on, because there's loads of techniques with this, okay? You forgive them for getting the techniques that you might have mentioned at the beginning. So obviously I'm going to just quickly go through this. So I say to the back, to the side. Now what I want Paul to do now, okay, is before he kicks the ball, is just pretend somebody's having a shot at him. So he puts himself nice and relaxed. Because what a lot of keepers tend to do is they prepare for the shot and they'll do this with the feet. And what happens, by the time they get the feet in order, they're on top of the ball, and that really affects the kick. So what I want Paul to do now is take a step back, as I said before, to the side. He's going to focus underneath in the middle of the ball with his laces. He's going to lean back, and this time he's going to pretend someone's having a shot. Okay, so he puts his body weight right and just nice and relaxed contact. Okay, you ready again for this, please? Paul. So step back to the side and pretend someone's having a shot at you, nice and relaxed, yeah? Just nice and relaxed. Contact, brilliant. You go, so step straight back. To the left, hold on. Nice and relaxed. Right underneath it, lean back. Brilliant. Now, obviously that's just gone off camera. That has now just gone 10, 15 yards inside the other half without any effort, okay? Because it's not about blasting, it's about contact. Now, just a reason why we do the step back and the step to the side. Now this is vital now, okay? Now, the reason why goalkeepers do not get the distance, okay, because most keepers have a 27-yard run up and try and smash the ball, okay? What you got to try and imagine, okay, you're like a golfer, okay? Now how a golfer gets his distance, okay, he has a good swing, good contact and a good follow through. Imagine if a golfer, okay, was only putting his golf club to here and trying to get 500 yards. He's never going to do it, yeah? Okay, what he needs is a big swing. Same as a goalkeeper, we need a big swing, a good contact and a good follow through, exactly the same as a golfer. And how we do it, guys, okay, is by this step. What I've been working with Paul, yeah? Okay, so what that does, by taking this step, guys, the last step, as long as it's big, it forces his back leg to swing, okay? As long as he gets a good contact and a good follow through, he will get the height. So when you're watching this now, okay, again, I'm not going to repeat it all again. Paul's going to go exactly what he's gone through before. He's going to pretend someone's having a shot at him, and he's going to really focus on taking that big step. He's going to pretend he's like a golf club and to swing, contact and follow through. And again, if you just watch the distance he's getting without any effort by taking just one step, okay, you can see the effect this can have for your goalkeeper. Yes, Paul? You can step, that's it, step back. To the left, well done. Nice and relaxed. Very good, guy. Yep. Another one. Just don't try and blast it. Okay, you're just nice and relaxed. Again. Take a step back. Straight back. Well done. Big side step to the left. Nice and relaxed. Underneath the pole and lean back. So I want you to underneath and lean back. There you go. Now again, that's gone off camera. That's probably what, about 5 yards inside the other half already. Yeah. One more for good luck, Paul. Little jog. The left. Pretend someone's going to have a shot at you. That's it. Well done. That's a great one. Okay. 15-20 yards inside the other half without even having a run up. Okay, yeah. Okay, guys. You've been watching Paul. Okay. What was it? Kick a ball comfortably to the halfway line by taking one step. Okay. Now, as a coach, whether it's a goalkeeping coach or a coach of a soccer team, football team, please watch out for the next bit, okay, because this is one of the #1 reasons why keepers, okay, what was it, don't kick a good ball. What they do, as they're about to run up, okay, at the last second, they look up to see where they're going to kick it. Now, the reason why most keepers do that, okay, for argument's sake, say they've waved to the left winger, and the left winger is waved back, okay, what was it, no, and obviously the goalkeeper knows it's going to the left winger. The goalkeeper looks up to make sure the winger's still there. That's not your problem, guys, okay? If your left winger goes like that, he knows you're kicking to him. So if he moves, it's his problem, not yours, okay? So another thing as well, okay, so there's two things that go wrong when you lift your head up. The first one, you obviously don't know where the ball is. So again, that's why your kicking will be erratic. Second thing as well, watch what happens to me balance. So I'm there, my balance has gone everywhere. Okay, yeah, so not only are you going to lose your balance, okay, you're going to lose the contact on the ball, you're going to lose power and accuracy. Okay, so what Paul's going to do now, just nice and relaxed, taking a side step, okay, as he's done before, he's going to keep his head on the ball, so he knows where he's kicking it, and what happens if he keeps his head still, he can control his body, which means he can get more power behind the ball. Okay, yeah, so just watch Paul do this now again. You ready? So take a step back. Same before, take a step straight back, to the side, nice and relaxed, underneath, laying back, keep your eye on the ball at all times, even when you've kicked it. Brilliant. Now if you notice what Paul done there, which is brilliant, he's kicked it, bang, and he's still looking at the floor as the ball's gone. Okay, yeah, that's what we, as a coach, that's what we want to see with your goalkeeper. Again for us, Paul. Nice and quick now, mate, here. Just a big step back. Step to the side, nice and relaxed, and off we go. Again, brilliant. If you notice what Paul done again, kept his eye on the ball, okay, bang, and then he's looked up. Okay, one more. Just put ball. Take a step back, to the side, nice and relaxed. It's a great kick. Okay. That just bounced 5 yards in the other half, okay? Now about 25 yards in the other half, okay? Brilliant, Paul. Now, Obviously we've gone through, I'm not going to go through the points again. Okay, now the reason why we're taking the one step, we don't expect your goalkeeper, guys, in a game situation, okay, to be taking a step back and a step to the side, okay. Because your goalkeeper might want to have 2 yards run up, a 4-yard run up, he might want a 6-yard run up, okay, yeah. My strong advice with any goalkeeper, there's no need to actually come off your pitch, okay. This is more than enough run up to get the momentum to have a good kick, yeah. Now, the reason why we're doing this, okay, yeah, all we're working on, guys, okay, is the last step. That's all it is, the last step, okay, because it's important, okay, your last step. Okay, so in a minute, Paul is going to he's going to do what he does in the game. He's going to do more than the 1-yard run up. So let's see how he can implement what he's worked here with J4K than what he does in a game situation. Now, before Paul does it, another vital important thing what coaches forget to mention, or they tell the goalkeepers the wrong thing, is the non-kicking foot. That is just as important as the kicking foot. What a lot of coaches tell the goalkeepers to do is plant it at the side of the ball. That is wrong. Because what happens if you plant it at the side of the ball, the chances are the keeper could get his head over the ball, which means he's not going to get height. That's the technique a centre forward uses to drill the ball low. What we do with the goalkeepers, guys, is have the ball, your foot at the side of the ball, but slightly back, so more or less your toe is on line with the back of the ball. Okay, so what that does, guys, it's not too far away, but that eliminates, okay, you're getting your head over the ball, so you've got less chance of putting your head over the ball, which means you've got more chance of getting height. So make sure you work on that with your goalkeeper as well. The non-kicking foot, it's got to be a flat surface as well. Okay, so some keepers will put the ball anywhere to stick the ball up in the air, but they don't even think about a flat surface for the non-kicking foot. That's just as important as the kicking foot. Okay, so again, side of the ball, slightly behind. Okay, so we're going to watch Paul now. He's going to do what he would do in a game situation. Okay, so don't worry about the 2, 4, 6-yard run up he's going to do. All I want you to watch is the last step that he takes, okay, because that's what we've been working on today. Okay, Paul, so just a game situation. Okay, so that's nice and easy. Brilliant, Paul, look at that, still in the air, you listen, halfway line. Okay, now have you noticed then as well, Paul, he's actually only went about 4 or 5 yards, okay, it never even went off the pitch, yeah? Okay, brilliant, Paul, fantastic. How old are you, Paul, 15?
16.
Okay, so not bad for the 16-year-old. Off again, Paul, yeah? Just do 2 more. Same again, nice and relaxed, nice and relaxed. Again, Paul, well done. Whoa. Try to get the cameraman. One more there, Paul, okay. So again, just watch his last step. So all we need to watch is his last step. 3, 4. Nice and easy. It's a great kick, fantastic, okay. So as a goalkeeping coach or a football, soccer coach, okay, what we need to focus on with your goalkeeper is make sure he's picky where he puts the ball. Make sure he just doesn't put it anywhere. Puts it on a surface that will stick up, okay, that he kicks underneath the ball and in the middle, okay. He kicks with his laces. He takes a step back, step to the side, a back to front L on the floor. Okay, he's nice and relaxed. He pretend someone's going to shoot at him. That just puts his body in a relaxed position for him. Okay, he's working on his last step. Okay, remember the golfer? Okay, so he's now working on his swing, his contact and his follow through. The most important thing, he keeps his eye on the ball. Okay, keeps his eye on the ball so he has a good contact, okay, and his non-kicking foot. Make sure, okay, he's put on a flat surface, and it's behind the ball and slightly, sorry, to the side of the ball and slightly behind, okay. But please just make sure he does not have to blast it. Like again, last point, like a golfer, you don't see a golfer trying to smash the lever off it. It's just a nice little smooth action, okay, because he's using the swing technique. Good contact, good follow through to get the distance. And as you see with Paul there, with one step, he was comfortably hitting the halfway line. Okay, so I'd like to thank Paul, okay, for helping me put this video together today. Okay, thanks very much, Paul. Hi guys, this morning we're going to be working on volleying, okay, out of our 18-yard box, out of our hands. Today, Liam's kindly come along to help us do it. Give us a wave, Liam. Okay, he's very shy. Now, as we've said in other videos, these several types of few types of kicking, sorry, you can use in this scenario. The volley, which we're going to work on in a second. The half volley, which if you've seen our other videos, you can see how far you can get with that type of kick. Obviously, rolling off the floor as well, okay, where you can come and obviously kick it, when I used to play, I used to love doing that. Okay, especially if the centre forward used to let you come 10, 15 yards outside your box, you can basically put it on the other penalty spot, which was brilliant. Okay, now a lot of goalkeepers ask me what's the best technique to do type of kicking, and to be honest with you, it doesn't matter if you're the best volleyer in the world. It's to do with conditions, guys. Okay, so it's the weather or even the pitch conditions. So as we're working on our volleys today, we could be the best volleyers in the world, okay, but if the wind's 100 miles an hour in our faces, okay, we're only going to get 10 yards outside our box. So if the wind was in my face, okay, for argument's sake, I'll be trying to roll a ball, okay, out the box. Or even if I was on my 6-yard box, guys, when I used to play professional, okay, even if the attackers were on the 18-yard box, okay, I'd still drop it here and kick it, okay, because I'm trying to keep the ball low. Okay, obviously half volley, if you're good at half volleying, okay, you could be brilliant at half volleying where you let it bounce, but the ball's full of mud, you can't do that, okay? So guys, there's no right or wrong answer, okay? What you got to do is good at all of them. Okay, so it makes sense to make sure that you watch all our videos on all the types of kicking, get good at them, and I promise you guys, if you're playing of a weekend football and you're doing a certain kick and you look good and the weather changes, okay, yeah, and then you change your kicking to adapt to that weather, you will look $1 million, okay, yeah? So make sure you work on that. What we're going to work on today is our volume. Now, we're only going to work our basics, okay, so to start off with, okay, so it's in 2 hands. Now, I know keepers prefer to go, okay, with 1 hand, which I do, okay, but when you're coaching the young keepers, let them go in 2 hands, okay, because they've got more control over the body and the ball. As they get older, guys, they'll bring their own little style into play, okay, don't stop them doing that, okay, but while they're getting the basics right, make sure they do what we're going to show you now, okay. So first of all, it's in 2 hands. Liam, I'll do 1 kick and then you can do another, okay. It's in 2 hands, nice and relaxed. It's important your keeper's relaxed. Now the important thing here, guys, okay, is a step. Again, like we've mentioned in other videos, it's like a golfer, okay, hitting a golf ball, they focus on a swing, contact and follow through. Kicking the ball is exactly the same, guys. The biggest mistake keepers make, okay, when they're kicking the ball, okay, they don't take a big step, okay, and they end up flicking at it, okay, yeah, so they end up having to take a little step and they end up flicking and it goes nowhere, okay. Just imagine a golfer trying to hit a 400-500 yard drive and bringing the golf club to here. They're never going to do it, yeah? To get that distance, it starts from the swing and then a good contact and a good follow through. A goal kick is exactly the same, a volley is exactly the same. So what me and Liam are going to do is in 2 hands, okay, and again, real basic, okay, this time we're going to hit the ball in the middle and underneath because now we're looking for height. Especially when the wind's with you, this is a great technique, guys, because you can just get it right up into the air and let the wind carry it. So in the middle and underneath, we're now kicking with our laces, yeah? So just nice and easy, so it's a bounce, okay? A big step, remember the golfer, swing, contact, follow through. By taking a big step, it forces you to swing, okay? So in the middle, underneath, okay, and with our laces, like so. Are you ready, Liam? So it's nice and easy, nice and relaxed there. Contact, okay? That's why we've gone to about the halfway line, okay? I'm not a big lover of volleying, I must admit, okay? You go again, Liam, just take your time. Well done, better than me, mate, well done. Better than myself, yeah? Another one each, Liam. Those 2 hands again, just nice and relaxed. Big step. Contact, a bit better. Okay, well done. Good one, Liam, fantastic. Now, I think what you've got to watch out with your goalkeepers when they're volleying, okay, just make sure when they're dropping it, okay, they're dropping it or they're just slightly throwing it in the air. What a lot of keepers do is they do this and try and volley it. Now, what will happen if you've got a centre forward close enough, you can actually kick it or head it away. It's actually legal to do that. Also as well, the wind, even though slightly, can just take it away. And that could end up there, so throwing it there slightly, end up slicing it, yeah? Okay, so watch me and Liam, okay, we don't throw the ball right up in the air, okay, what we're going to do, we might just drop it, or if we are going to throw it up in the air, it'll only be slightly, because we don't want that wind to interfere. So stay nice and relaxed again, there's the big step, little throw up in the air, okay, now that is just probably bounced, probably the best one I've ever done, about 10 yards inside the other half, okay. And again, we're not trying to smash it, as we said in other videos, it's just focusing on contact. Because remember, balls nowadays are designed to be pinged. Yes, Liam? Good one, fantastic, okay. Up to now, Liam, myself, we've worked on keeping it in 2 hands, obviously making contact with the ball in the middle and underneath with our laces. been taking a big step. Okay, we've been focusing on not throwing the ball up in the air because the wind will take it away, or the forward can head it away from yourself. The next really important thing, guys, okay, is to make sure that your goalkeeper keeps his eye on the ball. Okay, yeah, because what a lot of keepers do, as I say, okay, we've said in other videos, again, what happens is just as about to kick it, they look up to make sure that the player that they want to kick it to is still there. Guys, that's not your problem, okay? As soon as your left winger or right winger goes like that, and he knows it's coming to him, not your problem. You keep your eye on the ball, okay, there, nice and easy, and you don't take your eye off the ball, bang, until it's 10, 15 yards away. Okay, another thing what happens as well, guys, because if you put your head up, you obviously don't know where you're going to make contact, which is very dangerous. But also as well, what happens, guys, is you lose all your body weight, okay? Because your body will always follow your head. So if you move your head, you're going to lose your balance, which means you're going to affect everything. I'm being serious here, guys. 2 years ago, 2006, I was over-exaggerating this technique. So I deliberately put my head up to show me students, okay? And quite embarrassingly, okay, after my final words were, "This is not how to kick a ball," I actually broke my leg. Okay, very embarrassing. Okay, let's hope I don't do it on video. Okay, but that's how bad it can be, guys, if you lose your balance, yeah? So what me and Liam are going to work on now is keeping our eye on the ball. If you watch me and Liam, okay, we've made contact, the ball goes, and then we look up, okay? Because we're trying to keep our body in contact and eyes on the ball at all time. Ready there, Liam? Okay, halfway line. Yes, Liam, we'll just do 2 each. Fantastic. So just keep watching our heads, guys, watching our heads. Bit of a dodgy kick. Brilliant one, Liam, fantastic. That's how the student's telling the coach. I like that. Brilliant. Right, the good thing, get yourself a full. Thanks, guys. The good thing about this technique as well, guys, you can actually use your waist as leverage to change the angle. Okay, so for argument's sake, if the wind was behind me, okay, what I would do is I would kick the ball and I would lean back, because I'm not interested in distance. I just want to get it as high as I can. Because what will happen is if I get a height, the wind's going to carry it anyway. Also as well, if the wind was slightly in my face, what I would do then is to slightly bend my waist forward, okay, yeah, to keep the ball low. Okay, so you can actually use your weight as the leverage to get different angles as well. Okay, so me and Liam are going to show you that now. So Liam, do you want to go for height or for low? Or do you want to go for height? He's picked the easy one. Okay, so if you just watch Liam when he does it, he'll keep his eye on the ball still, but he'll lean back more than what we've been leaning back. Off you go, Liam. Brilliant, okay? So that's not gone as far because we haven't got the wind. That's probably got about 5 yards inside the box. That's probably gone 30, 40 foot higher than other kicks that we've done. I'm going to show you the technique, guys, now. I'm going to pretend the wind's slightly in my face. I want to keep the ball a bit slightly lower. So all I'm going to do now is bend my trunk forward, get my head over the ball. So we're going to use my hips and waist as leverage to keep the ball slightly lower now. Okay, so again, great thing about this technique, guys, when you get good at it, as I say, you've got that for leverage as well to change the angle of the shot. Okay, right, so guys, just pass a few more footies in, please, to finish off with. Cheers, matey. Now, again, with your more elite goalkeepers, the more advanced goalkeepers, yeah? Okay, a lot of goalkeepers don't like two hands because they feel it's a bit robotic, yeah? But it's great to get your basics right, guys, okay? So me and Liam now are going to do when I used to play professional, the technique that I would use, and Liam, you do the technique you would use playing of a Saturday or Sunday. Okay, guys, but again, it's vital for, please, managers, okay, with the younger guys, you get them doing the basics first, okay? Because what unfortunately goalkeepers do nowadays, if you go and watch the video of the favourite Premiership player, you see them doing all this type of kicking, yeah? Okay, and then they go and try that the next day in the Saturday or Sunday and end up pulling the hamstring out, yeah? You've got to remember, guys, the reason why you see these international goalkeepers doing all this, and they do it bloody brilliantly, okay, they've been doing this for years. They've been practicing the basics for years, and once they get good, they can then start doing all these fancy kicks, okay? Now, I'm not that fancy, okay? I'm just going to do what I did when I played professional, okay? Just nice and easy. This is all I did, from 2 hands to 1. That's all I did, okay? That was my style, okay? And I had great success with that. Okay, so let's see what Liam's is. Yep, so So Liam, similar to me, went from 2 to 1, because I feel more natural doing that. But as I say, guys, you let your elite even your elite goalkeepers, guys, okay, yeah, if they're not getting a good consistent kick, just get them with doing the basics. And then when they start getting comfortable, let them bring their own little style back into play, and I'll guarantee you watch the improvements, okay? So I want to thank Liam for helping us do the volley this morning. Okay, so thanks very much, young man.